Hey guys, and welcome back to another Solo Leveling Arise video. My name is DFree, and I have some amazing, just massive news for you guys. So shout out to Kaku first and foremost for this post, and we're going to be reporting on it live, and then towards the end of the video, I'll point you guys in the direction of how you can figure out how to install the game if you get interested because of the news today. Alright, so he posted a couple of days ago that he wasn't sure that it was going to get merged. So basically, if you're not sure what's going on with the game launched in Thailand and in Canada in terms of like being early access. It's not a beta. There was some like debate whether or not it would be a beta, but it's actually the full launch. You can buy stuff. Your content will not get reset when the game officially launches in a couple of months now, but just under 2 months, so about a month and a half from now. So anyway, it's an official launch, early launch. So one thing that was weird was is the fact that it was on Thailand and Canada. People were wondering if, you know, you'd be able to play with other players, or if they were going to merge the servers, because some games do that and some games don't. Now, what's happening with this game, as it pertains to Netmarble, is that they are actually going to be merging the servers into one. So here's a post. Somebody reached out to support for Solo Leveling Arise currently. Again, this is all up and running. The game is officially out worldwide. I can't stress that out enough. I know that some people are still confused about what's happening here and why they can't access it. I'll talk about that in a little bit in a moment as it pertains to how to download the game. It's not very hard. Anyway, so greetings, hunters. Thank you for contacting Solo Leveling Arise customer support. We understand that you were inquiring about the early access game server. That's currently how I'm playing and a lot of other people are playing, creators or otherwise. Please note that the game will only have one server after the grand launch. So worldwide launch, the game will only have one server. Hunters from all regions can interact with each other, which means there is no need for your game account to be transferred to a different server. Also, please note that progress made during early access will not be reset, which I just told you. We already knew that though. We suggest that you regularly check the forums, blah, blah, blah. All right, so unless this support person is just totally wrong, which I doubt, then we have confirmation now officially that the game will get merged into one. So this is huge because there was always a chance that like the test server kind of stayed, or not the test server, the early access server kind of stayed as its own thing. So if they're going to merge the servers as they say they are here, that means that if you don't start playing now, you are doing yourself a massive disservice. This game has leaderboards, things like that, and there are going to be people that by the time you finally download it through waiting for it to release in whatever region you're at, but if by the time you download it, people have already gotten nearly a 2-month head start on you. So that is massive, by the way, because this game has time-gated mechanics. It has stuff like, wait till you hit certain levels to do that, and it's not easy to get levels or gold and things like that. Some of that's just time-based. The game has idle mechanics in it. So 2 months is a massive head start, or a disadvantage if you start. And again, I don't know if it's exactly 2 months. I think it's like May 9th or something. It's like a month and a half. So anyway, in the May period, that's still, regardless, even if it's a couple weeks, that's a massive amount of time to lose, right? So if you've been waiting, then now is the perfect time to get started because you have nothing to lose. In fact, if you decide to wait, you are going to be at a disadvantage. Sorry if I'm talking in circles. I am super tired and my mind's not fully up. I just woke up. All right, so the next thing to talk about is where is the game, how to get it, blah, blah, blah. So here's how this all works. So if you are in Thailand, I believe if you're in Thailand, you had access to it on every device. PC, you have it on Android and iOS. Canada did not have it on iOS last time I checked. I'm pretty sure that the support said it wasn't there on iOS. On Canada, they only had it for pre-registration on iOS. But the other two platforms had it for just regular download. I have no clue why they did that. And so, since this was the case, you can download the PC client through VPN. So what you want to do and I'm not going to pull it up here, but you just want to do is connect to one of those two regions and then Google search just Solo Leveling Arise, and then it'll take you straight to the regular page. And with a VPN on for one of those regions, if I didn't make that clear, you will then be able to download the the installer for PC. And then with that installer, you can install it and play perfectly fine. Now, with the PC installed, and I'll show you mine now here because I've got it open. With the PC installer up, you don't need to have the VPN or anything like that. Once you've got it up and running, you're good. Once you download, you're good. You don't even need to play all the time with the VPN or anything like that. So the PC client is awesome. It has controller support. It's my preferred way to play the game. It's fully up and running. It's fully active. Again, so to download the PC client, you turn on a VPN, connect to the Solo Leveling Arise official website through the region of Canada or Thailand. I actually did Thailand for mine. And download their installer, and then once you download their installer, you just download the game and you're good to go, and you have it all set. So other than that, if you are on Android, you don't need to do anything else. If you're on Android, you could just go to like QApp or TapTap and download the APKs. A fair warning for doing that though, I'm not sure if it's still happening, but people were having issues by doing that with the game. Sometimes there were bugs that were happening. And by the way, the game's very buggy just in general. Like I have bugs where it just stalls and freezes. Some people were having issues with bugs where like the controller was popping up or it wasn't working, things like that. And most of the time it was from one of those sources. I personally actually created a separate Play Store account, right? A separate Play Store account on my phone to be able to download the game in that other region. And then when I did that, I was able to download and install it normally. It's got regular updates officially from the Play Store. And then also I have cross save. So like I'm on here now, but when I leave, I can obviously boot up the game. Now I've only talked about Android. And by the way, that Android method, whether it's TapTap, QApp, or downloading through the store with a different region, that will also work for like emulators if you wanted to play on like BlueStacks or something like that. Now, if you wanted to play on iOS, right? Unless your phone is jailbroken, I guess. But if your phone isn't jailbroken, if you want to play on iOS, you're going to need to either change your region or create a new Apple ID under the Thailand region to download the game. That's what you're going to need to do. So very, very simple on there. It's just a little bit of a workaround in terms of that. So basically, that's how everything looks. So to summarize, the game is getting a server-wide merge, and you would be doing yourself a massive disservice if you decide by any chance not to pick up the game. The game is one of my favorite games in general, and if you want to see, I just kind of explained it to you, but if you want to see me walk through the process on how to download a little bit, I did do a separate video on that. It'll pop up on the screen currently. I also have other guides, tips, gameplay, all on the screen.